Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon. Hey guys, Ezel back in another Thera video. Don't subscribe and start, shall we? So as you all know, recently I did a post on my channel where I asked you guys what Thera videos would you most likely want to see, and by literally a long shot, it was straight up commentary over fights with maybe someone else. So while I sadly do not have someone else with me, we are going to watch over the first fight that ever aired on the Thera channel and on my channel, of course. Both have their same video, and that is Thera, Hiro and Revon versus Shoji and Teiris, Ezel versus Drafir. Now, this is honestly a good match. I remember editing this. I enjoyed editing this. I also remember I have to voice act in this, and sadly, every one of the things on Thera so far I've had to voice act in or my voice has been in, so sadly I can't avoid this. So no matter what, I have to hear myself talk. So let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? And let's hope this works, as I cannot see the camera, so I'm really hoping the camera can see me. Let's go, and I swear to God, my volume glitch this time I'm going to be really upset, because I've tried multiple times to get the volume right.
Hey guys, I'm Hiro, and that's my friend, Shoji.
Not your friend, Hiro.
Whatever, Shoji. Anyways, me and my friend here are here to teach you guys how to play Thera. It's a fun game I recently got into, and I'm really good at it.
You say that, and yet you can't even beat me.
Oh yeah, Shoji? I'll show you.
Okay, I've never done a reaction video style before, so for the record, don't call me out on not being good at these. But I want to let this be clear now. This is torture for me. This is absolute torture for me, having to listen to my lines again. God, the amount of times I messed up in this. Okay, go ahead.
I'll beat you right here, right now, in this match.
I don't waste my time fighting weaklings.
I'm not weak, and I'll prove it. Let's go ahead and start the match.
I would say no, but I do have some time to kill, so might as well beat you.
We'll see about that, Shoji. Let's go ahead and get set up.
Okay, so the behind the scenes on this one, I guess. So for those of you that don't know, for these matches, I had to record these myself. So these matches are done by me. The voices were done by me and Simply Bored, the head of this Thera creation project. Okay, they are mulliganing cards. Mulligan works the same way here as it does in Vanguard. Wait, I'm just going to pause over it. Mulligan works the same way here as it does in Vanguard. My computer's starting to heat up again, so this is going to get really hard. But yeah, the Mulligan works the same way it does in Vanguard. You send the cards from your hand to the bottom of your song, aka your deck, equal to the number of cards you want to draw back. You draw the same amount of cards back from the top, and then you shuffle. It works the same way. Nothing different about it. Yeah, little story short on this, though. I had to record this match by myself. So this match was me versus me, but then it's voiced by me and Simply. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get this chaotic match started, and I'll intervene with my commentary when I feel like it.
One of us that will be losing today will be you.
Only one way to find out.
As
I'm ready whenever you are.
The sooner we get this over with, the better. So let's go already and get started.
Knowledge release! Grimoire! Open!
Okay, that's one of my favorite edits that I've done.
Start this game off.
So
Draw phase.
the draw
Stand
for
phase.
Shoji, who's played
First,
by
I'll
Simply
summon
Bored,
Dark Sage Sharon.
summoning the
Activate
Sharon.
Effect, moving the top 3 cards of my song to banish them.
I don't know why I feel like I have to give the official rulings every time we have a card now. So anyways, basically how this works, for those of you that don't know, is, you can call up to a total level of 3 each turn. So you can call 3 level 1s, 1 level 1, 1 level 2, 1 level 2, 2 level 1s, and 1 level 1. You get the point. So this is a standard opening for Shoji, not really committing too much hand to board because he focuses on a lot of combo plays. So being able to just call Sharon out from the beginning and get his setup for the banish zone, which is very important for him, is great. While Hiro over here focuses, and I really hope my hands are going in the right direction for the camera, but while Hiro over here focuses on an aggressive tactic where he goes all out from the attack on the beginning. I don't remember how I played this match, but I do know how I would play it now if I was recording this now, so let's see where it goes.
First card, Heal Trigger. Second card, Young Dark Witch Shoko. Third card, another Shaman.
Small bit.
And I think I'll end my turn with Ritual of Darkness.
So he sets the rune.
Hero.
So runes stay on your board until
my
there
turn,
can't
Shoji.
be paid for the maintenance
Draw
cost. In
phase.
Ritual of Darkness
Stand
case,
phase.
it just
Main
stays
phase.
there.
Go! I summon Dragon Rider!
Yep.
I summon Draco Kid of the Flaming Fist, and I'll follow that up by playing the rune Strength of Ezel. I enter my attack phase, and I attack your Sharon with
I
Kid
forgot
of the
about that
Flaming
too.
Fist. And using his ability, he
We'll
has
go over
50
it at the end of the
power for a
turn.
total of 150 power. Get in there, Flaming Fist! Flaming Fist Strike!
No good.
Perfect. The damage check was the trigger. That's good for me. Now, Dragon Rider, attack Shoji directly.
Damage check. Damage trigger. That means 1 damage is dealt to you, Hero.
A damage trigger? That's not good. Okay, damage check. Dragon Kid of the Flaming Fist. No trigger. Okay, That may have not ended the way I wanted to, but I still brought you to 2 damage, so it's not that much of a problem. I'll end my turn here, Shoji. It's your move next.
I remember editing that. Okay, so turn basis rundown of what you just saw. Hiro threw down the rune. He called down the level 2 and the level 1 using Drift to the Flaming Fist skill. He attacked into Sharon for 150 power, making it so that Sharon had to be dropped for a total of 100 shield so that Shoji could guard. As you can clearly see by Shoji's hand, which is full of 3 copies of Unfair Deal, which to be fair is not very far away from Shoji's character of only having this card in his hand. He obviously couldn't defend, so that was an instant death for Sharon, bringing Shoji to a 2 free damage because he couldn't really block anything. But the damage trigger coming down, dealing 1 more damage to Hiro, making it kind of even played from there. Now, I remember very fondly this match when I was editing it. I don't remember what happened there with that weird glitch where just there was no line for Shoji. He just simply takes the damage and end of story there. But I remember when I was editing that, and that was when my tabletop was having weird issues where the resting wouldn't go by like every 45 degrees or something like that, so I had to like constantly do the whole turn thing. Oh, I'm so glad I figured out how to fix that, because god, that was annoying. So yeah, either way, this is kind of like start of match. It's very subtle from here, but it slowly rises with intention.
Alright, my turn. Draw phase, stand phase, main phase. I will summon Dark Demon Rider. Activating this effect. If I pay 1, I can search the song for another copy of Dark Demon Rider and add it to my hand.
Yep.
And then I have to banish the top 2 cards of my
song.
So
that's the standard loop of that. The combo of adding a Dark Demon Rider to your hand, banishing the top 2 cards of your song, and then proceeding just to spam out 2 more Dark Demon Riders, equating them to 200 power. Or, sorry, 150 power. And you know what the best part about that was? So for Dark Demon Rider, I'm actually going to pause it just to make sure my voice isn't being talked over by that. But the best part about Dark Demon Rider was, before I got involved, he was for every copy of him on the board, including themselves. So that means they would all have a total of 200 power if you had them all on the board at once. That was a force to be reckoned with, and we nerfed the hell out of it. But, 250 is what they would reach, because they get 150 in total if you have the other 3 on board. Point is, very powerful card. It does a lot. It definitely works out in the early game, especially a good card for Shoji song in general, just because you get to banish multiple cards from your song. Hopefully hitting spells, obviously, is what you saw here. I was only hitting triggers and safeguards, because this deck does not like me. I have proven this fact enough. I know the way I play this deck, it just doesn't like me, but whatever. So, being able to get the 3 Dark Demon Riders on the board, and then set up for play while also outpowering everything on Hiro's board is amazing, especially because, as you can see, Hiro only has 1 card to guard within his hand currently, which is Shield Guard Dragon.
Draw trigger. And then I'll summon my 3rd Demon Rider. Demon Rider, take out his pesky knight.
I'm sorry, Dragon Rider, but I'll no-guard this attack. Damage check. Draw trigger. Thanks to it, I get to draw 1 card as Dragon Rider's destroyed.
I remember the draw triggers.
Take out his pesky
and there's another Revon, by the way.
Another attack. I'm sorry, Flaming Fist.
This was an interesting game.
This one. My damage check.
Now that I remember it, this was a game that is very much rigged against Hiro.
Damage check.
And yet somehow, Hiro comes out the winner. And I don't understand why or how, but whatever. Continuing with the thing.
Draw phase, stand phase, main phase. I will start off by playing Dragon Wings from my hand, using its effect. I discard Crimson Dragon Revon, and I draw 2 cards. It's your turn, Revon. Great Dragon of the Crimson Flames, descend and show your blazing rage. I summon Crimson Dragon Revon.
I don't know why. I feel like this is just editor's note of what I've done wrong in this. As you heard, those are 3 different cuts. I did that on 3 different, well, not 3 different days, but like in 3 different time spans because my throat was hurting when I was recording those voice lines. So I took a break after 1, and then I did the Dragon Wings line, and then I did the Revon line. And as you heard, there were 3 different cuts in those. So yeah, very interesting voice line on there. But yeah, bringing out the big boy Revon already. Instant early game. I don't know why this is an occurrence now where Revon just always shows up in my opening hand. It's how it goes. Big dragon thingy, obviously. Fear the dragon. It just gets numbers.
And now I use Revon's ability. I pay 2, and I discard from my hand Dragon Wings, and I reveal Shield Guard Dragon from my hand, adding 300 power to Revon. Go!
Hey, we have the combo!
Absorption. I also pay another 1, and use Strength of Verazon's effect, adding additional 50 power to Crimson Dragon Revon for the turn. Now Revon's at a total of 550 power. Now I attack your Dark Demon Rider with Crimson Dragon Revon, and I pay 1 to add a gift check. Go! Supremacy Flame!
No good.
I wonder why. There's absolutely nothing to guard with in Shoji's hand.
Damage check. No trigger.
I end my turn, and I pass it to you, Shoji.
Draw phase. Stand phase.
It's a very interesting, I guess, setup from here, because Shoji has the
Activate one of
defensive
Demon
power to
Rider's
stall,
effects and search the song for another
and
copy of
he
Dark
also
Demon
has
Rider.
the ability to push on the attack.
But now I have to banish the top two
But at
cards
the same
of my song.
time, there's not much he can do with
Demonic
this.
Snare. Second card. Dark Exchange.
Finally, a
Now
spell gets hit from that.
later. Next up, I activate the spell Shadow Blades, paying 2 and destroying your dragon.
That's
No,
predicted.
Revon!
Taking
I
out the
can't believe you're
Revon.
destroyed.
Next, I summon Dark Demon Rider from my hand.
And the Three
all
Musketeers
of
are
my
back.
will attack you.
God, I hate those cards. Every time I kill one just comes right back.
Damage trigger.
Anyways,
I deal 1
oh.
damage back to you.
Damage check, no trigger.
Perfect, and no trigger.
Second Demon Rider, attack him directly.
I'll no guard this attack as well, Shoji. Damage check. Fire blast. No trigger.
Third Demon Rider, attack directly.
One more attack? I guess I'll take this one too. Damage check. Hammer Dragon. No trigger.
I end my turn. It's your turn, Hiro.
And back to the turn analysis. Okay, so as you saw there, Shoji definitely put on the pressure there. By removing Revon almost immediately, Hiro could no longer play, basically, because as you see, he has nothing aggressive in his hand over here with Shield Guard, Dragon, a Heal Trigger, a Safeguard, and a Fire Blast. If you're wondering why he did not use Fire Blast in response to Shadow Blades, for those of you that don't know, Fire Blast is a pay 2, meaning he couldn't have used it at the time span that Shadow Blades was used, so Shoji got away with this scot-free, while also, outside of the damage trigger, getting to put Hiro towards 7 damage. So while Shoji was losing this match a few turns ago, or last turn it wasn't looking so good for Shoji, Shoji has suddenly already turned the tables and has pushed Hiro to a losing situation. And now comes anime protagonist power that I swear wasn't me stacking the deck because I didn't, it just happened to turn out this way.
Turn now, Shoji. Draw a phase. Stay in phase. My damage is flipped, and it's time for the main phase. My main phase by doing something risky. If I'm not on the aggressive, I can't win this game. I summon Young Guard Draco Kid. And now, I'll pay 5 using Strength of Ezel's ability in order to give Young Guard Draco Kid a total of 250 power, making it have a grand total of 300 power. And now I enter my attack phase. Young Guard Draco Kid attacks one of your Dark Demon Riders.
I remember this. I enjoyed that moment when I first did that, because that felt like the stupidest thing I could do, but the smartest thing I could do.
Perfect.
Because,
I brought you
yeah.
5 damage. I have my turn here, Shoji. Your move.
Because if you don't know, having to drop a safeguard like that on the aggressive with that hand, as you can see, defensive is not the thing we can afford to drop, and yet we did. And as you can see, hand for Shoji is very much against him. Because,
Fair deal.
oh yeah,
How's that
the
plan?
2-pay
I'll
too.
discard 2 Fire Blasts from my hand, and I'll recover 1 damage.
Oh, that's why I
The
remember
damage
that,
I
yeah.
recover will be Hammer Dragon.
So for that one, that's a funny one, because Unfair Deal. Unfair Deal is a fun card, and I made this point clear every time I talk about it, but Unfair Deal was that card back in the original where it was free, and by playing it, you got to heal 2, and your opponent got to heal 1, but they had to discard 2, but it wasn't a once per turn, meaning you can just keep using it if you had all 4 copies in hand, and earlier when Shoji had 3 of them, that would have been dropped 6 for Hiro when he had only 1 damage, so that would have been horrible for him. But also, I kind of messed up here, because when I was doing this, I completely forgot about the 2-pay I had over here. I think I was more concerned with keeping my Young Guard Drift Kid alive, though, which I think is why I dropped the 2 Fire Blasts, but originally I had kept that 2-pay, specifically for the Fire Blast, for when the Unfair Deal did come down, I could deal a damage to Shoji. I mean, it didn't work out that way, but, you know, sometimes plans change, but it was a really good read on my part.
Next up is Dark Exchange.
That stupid
if I take
spell.
1 damage, I get to banish the top 2 cards of my song. Damage check. Dark Exchange. No trigger. Dark Sage Choco is the first card. Second card, Unfair Deal. That can be useful later.
This deck was so against me, I tell you. Everything, he didn't want to give me a creature.
You're definitely Dark Demon Rider, huh? I'll guard this one with a heal trigger.
Now, attacking Draco Kid with second Demon Rider.
Guard this one with Shield Guard Dragon.
I end my turn.
I'm sorry, I know I keep pausing this, and I know I'm not professionally doing, like, what's it called, reaction videos, but oh my god, I had to talk about that. I forgot about how funny that was, where if you listen to that line closely of just where Shoji's attacking with the Dark Demon Rider for a second time, if you listen to it closely, you can tell each word is a different cut. And that is because when I was editing that, I wanted to see if I could get like a certain phrase out in a certain tone. Sadly, I couldn't do it, but if you listen to each line, each of those words is cut from a different thing. And if I had the original editing of the audio, I would show you it, because that was so fucking funny, but it was so hard to edit at the same time. But it was so worth it. But yeah, throwing down the defensive, so I was right. I kept it alive instead of using the Fire Blast for extra damage, so that's something you always have to consider.
Turn, Shoji. Draw phase. Stand phase. Young Guardian stands. My face down damage is unflipped. And draw phase.
And I top deck.
I summon Dragon Rider. And now you strength the Verazon. A total of 5 to strength the Verazon 5 times. And add 250 power to all of my creatures.
Didn't really need to.
Phase. Young Guardian Kid attacks one of your Dark Demon Riders.
No good. Damage check. No trigger.
Perfect. 3 more damage to go. Dragon Rider attacks the other Dark Demon Rider. And I pay 1 to add a gift check.
No good.
Gift check. Go, Dragon Rider. No trigger.
Damage check. No trigger.
Perfect. I put you all the way to 8 damage. I'll end my turn here.
The weird part is this game is very even for what it is.
I play unfair deal, making you discard the last card in your hand. But hey, you get to heal one.
Another unfair deal. Unfortunately, I have to discard my last hand card, but at least I get to heal my remaining Fire Blast. I don't know why you're healing me, Shoji, but you're only doing me a favor.
That would do it for my turn.
It's my turn.
There's nothing much I could say here on these turns. It's just a standard back and forth where Shoji kind of just tries to delay the inevitable while Hiro kind of just pushes forward with the attack. It's kind of just how it goes. When you have nothing in your hand to call, you kind of just have to start taking hits. But, you know, that's kind of what Shoji's deck is made for, just taking hits. And he does it well, because there's Demonic Snare.
Demonic Snare for my hand. If I pay 2, I can destroy an attacking creature, and I take no battle damage.
No, Demonic Snare! Dragon Rider's destroyed. It's time to gamble on this gift check. Gift check. Crimson Dragon Revon. No trigger.
I mean, that's partially damage trigger. Revon is in the damage trigger art, so I feel like that's half.
My turn here, Shoji. Next turn again for you.
Here comes Divine Intervention at its finest, if I remember correctly.
Main phase. I activate the spell.
Never mind. It was not Divine Intervention.
Shadow Blade.
What was that moment where it was Divine Intervention then?
Kid. You have to be destroyed.
I mean, either way, you can't tell it is perfect timing because there's no thing to guard with in hand. So Shadow Blades had to come there to destroy the field, and then Unfair Deal had to come down to destroy the hand. Okay, sorry, some weird glitch happened. But anyways, yeah. So Hiro technically had to, or not Hiro. Shoji had like the perfect opening for that move, but reducing Hiro down to lower damage is something I feel like is what maybe costed him the game in the end. Who knows? I never really did the math on it to see if that's the case, but as you can see from all the unfair deals, Hiro dropped down to few damage.
And it's time for the main phase. Dang it. I can't call this creature. I can't do anything with it. I end my turn here.
I draw.
For the record, I like how I casually forgot to unflip the damage. That would get you a roll shark for the record. But yes, for those of you wondering why he did not call the top deck Shield Guard Dragon, is because sadly Shield Guard Dragon can only be placed as a Guardian, meaning that he cannot be called to your board, so he cannot attack. Even though that would have been the perfect top deck in the situation, because clearly Shoji can't defend. Just how it went. Now, if I remember correctly, this is either where Shoji top decks or at some point Shoji top decks here.
Darkness and shroud the enemy, and shatter their illusions of victory.
Oh, there he is.
I summon Wizard of the Dark Arts Tiresias.
No, you got Wizard of the Dark
Oh,
Arts
this is where the theme starts playing.
It's only a matter of time before you win with this card.
Now, I'll activate it on place effect. If I pay 1, I get to banish 2 spells from my drop zone. I'll choose Unfair Deal and Shadow Blades. Then I'll pay 1
Setting up
to activate the state of Black Magic.
Black Magic.
Ah, that was a weird edit. I forgot to get rid of that. So, for Black Magic, for those of you that don't know, so Black Magic, I mean not the weird, the fact that their names are still there, but for Black Magic, you enter the state of Black Magic, meaning you can now play spells from your banish zone. And Shoji, despite the fact half the cards in there are triggers now and safeguards respectively, there are a decent amount of spells in there. There's nothing really outside of Unfair Deal that Shoji can use to make Hiro squirm here, but on the upside, now if Hiro manages to make a counterattack but Shoji is still standing afterwards, he can definitely remove some of Hiro's options, and not to mention Ritual of Darkness will allow him to draw and discard 1, meaning he can get more creatures out of this. All around, that Teiris was a perfect top deck, because I'm 95% sure that is the last one in the deck, or one of the last 2, so yeah, it kind of took long enough for him to show up, especially all the deck milling.
Allowing me to draw a card and discard a card.
Ah, yes, the music. I remember this. I loved this theme when we made it. Ah, so good. Or not made it, but found it on the internet.
Allowing you to discard.
By the way, from royalty-free music, so yeah, go check those guys, because those guys make really good music. Their link will be in the description as per usual.
Dragon from my hand, and I'll recover. Crimson Dragon Kid. I'm down to 3 damage, Shoji. But something tells me that's not going to last for long.
Then, Tiresias, attack. Pay 1. Give him a gift check.
I'll no guard this attack, Shoji. Let's see what you give check.
Gift check. Neutral darkness. No trigger.
Perfect, you didn't get a trigger. My damage check. A draw trigger.
Yep,
I get to
spamming
draw
of
one
draws.
card. It's like nothing even changed from the start of this turn.
I'll end my turn there.
My move. Draw phase, stand phase. My damage is on flipped, and main phase. Another card I can't use. I have my turn.
By the way, this is what all the unfair deals were for, was to bring Hiro down to 0 hand cards, so even if he did top deck, there was little he could do if that was confusing to anyone.
Teiris
Oh, perfect, the
attack him.
top deck of a Dark
Pay
Exchange you
one,
can't
give him a
use.
Gift check.
I'll no guard this attack, Shoji.
Gift check.
Well, there's the other
Teiris
Teiris proving my statement from earlier wrong.
We gotta end this soon. Damage.
My favorite theme is playing.
That's my turn.
Oh,
My turn.
Fire and
Draw
Thunder,
phase.
Fire and Thunder. I love this
Stand
theme.
phase.
That's why I loved
Main
editing
phase.
this. I got to hear this theme.
Another card I can't call.
That's why I always put it in the
My turn.
videos, because
Draw
I
phase.
honestly love
Stand
listening to
phase.
this. It's
Main
so
phase.
cool.
I summon a second Teiris to my field. Then I activate its on-place effect
Paying 1.
to banish Shadow Blades, an unfair deal for my drop zone.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Tiresias.
Shadow Blades and
I knew this
unfair
was
deals
coming.
in the drop
And he used
zone.
his skill to get Shadow Blades, an unfair deal to return to his banished zone. Spells.
Stating the
It's an
obvious.
endless loop of despair.
Then I play
That was a
Shadow
rude line.
from my hand and activate her effect. Banish
Ah.
the top 3 cards of my song.
Mhm.
And another Sharon. His banished zone is going to keep piling up with cards.
First card.
I think this
Shadow
is the
Blades.
moment where I
Second
began
card,
to realize I'm very close to
Shoji.
decking out with Shoji.
Third card,
So that's when I was
Shadow
like,
Blades.
maybe I should take a little
Now.
less risk. I
Teiris
think that's what
attack.
this was that turn, right?
I'm at 5 damage. I can afford to take these 3 attacks. I'll
Yeah,
guard this
that
Shoji.
this was the turn. So as you saw with that Vanish 3, Shoji's now at 6 deck cards. I could have afforded to do the double gift check with the Tiresias. On the downside is if I failed to win that turn, and if Hiro managed to make a counterattack and I somehow survived it, drawing would bring me down to 5 cards, and then afterwards I would have to probably enter Black Magic to get Shadow Blades off, so that brings me down to 3 cards due to the runes effect, and then it's a whole thing to where I could possibly deck myself out, so I was trying to leave myself with as much deck cards off as physically possible. Was that the reason I lost? Who knows? I never really checked my deck afterwards. If there was a damage trigger left, I don't think there was, but if there was one, then that probably was the reason I lost.
Crimson Draco Kid.
Second Tiresias. Attack him again.
I'll no guard this one as well.
Fire
Damage
Blast?
check. Fire Blast.
That would have been really
You up,
useful.
Sharon. Hit him for everything you got.
Your last attack for this turn, I'll no guard this one too. Damage check.
Yeah, this was the turn where it kind of just decides it all here. It's either win now or lose
I
now.
have to win it on this turn.
And
My
here
turn.
comes plot armor.
Draw phase. Stand phase. Main phase. Perfect. I summon Draco Kid of the Flaming Fist. And now, I'll discard Crimson Strength from my hand in order to play Crimson Strength. I reveal from my hand Shield Guard Dragon and add 150 power to Young Guard Draco Kid. And now I use Strength of Arizon, and I'll pay a grand total of 6, adding another 300.
I now realized I called it by the wrong name. It's not Young Guard Draco Kid, it's Draco the Flame Fist. So that's fun. I called it by the wrong card name. But yes, that was an anime top deck at its finest. I did not think I would. I was ready to accept defeat right then and there. I remember in the original audio file, I said, well, it looks like Hiro's losing after all. This game was closer than it should have been, but it looks like it's going the way it should have gone. Nope. Hiro somehow pulled out a win here.
Draco Kid of the Flaming Fist. Which means right now, it currently has a total of 550 power.
Yep.
I now enter my attack phase.
I'm not joking with you. I genuinely sat there for a few minutes trying to do the math. It just confused me trying to think about it. Even now, I still think I got the math wrong, but I can't prove it. But whatever. Go, Draco to the Flaming Fist, swing.
Draco to the Flaming Fist. Attack Tiresias, and I use your ability to add another 50 power for a total of 600.
No good.
Come on. All I need to do is not damage check a heal trigger, and I've won this game.
Now, damage check. Draw trigger.
So the road triggers left.
Yes, I won. Good game, Shoji. This is the flames of the
Yeah,
dragon from Ezel.
I still hate that
What?
editing thing where the names were there.
Shoji.
Yeah, whatever. I just was holding back, that's all.
Sure. Anyways, that's the little taste of Thera. You can thank all of our friends working hard to make this game possible.
Aw,
We hope
like
you guys
me.
enjoyed. Stay tuned for more content.
Hit that subscribe button and bell button so we don't have to come chasing you down to see more Thera content.
Funny, Shoji, but we're not gonna do that. Right? Stay tuned for the next one.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
I feel like that was perfectly edited. No, we don't need to do that. I feel like that was perfectly edited, though, all around. It was really good. I liked that video as much as I hated having to listen to my own self talk. It was very fun to record, edit, and watch again. You know, realizing the mistakes I did in editing, and then now I have to realize I have to go record things like that again. I really hope I don't have to voice act again for a while, because I've had to do every episode so far, so I really hope we don't get to. But yeah, so I hope my commentary was good. I know that wasn't an amazing reaction video, but this is literally my first time ever doing a reaction video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. You know, go check out the Thera channel. That's literally right here. I'm even giving you guys the link to the Thera channel, so you have absolutely no right to go ignore my subscriber. I don't know why I'm blocking it with my hand. You guys can still see it anyways. But yes, check the link right here. There's physical proof. So I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to check us out.